I don't like the Green Bay Packers, and I don't like them because I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I don't like the Packers just because I'm not supposed to. I'm a Lions fan, right? But if you were just to pick teams in our division that are supposed to be our rivals, Vikings, Bears, Packers, I would tell you I dislike the Vikings the most, the Bears second, and the Packers third. But I don't know if that's necessarily true anymore. I'm starting to get really annoyed with some of the arrogance that's coming out of Green Bay. And I want to share a quote with you of Aaron Rodgers where he did something that just grinds my gears. It really gets at me because I feel like our defense played well. I feel like our defense played well. And if you've watched Aaron Rodgers this year, what you see is a guy that continually is really good at doing this. He's pointing fingers, and he's pointing fingers at everybody but himself. And he's talking about, and he's really good at giving like these compliments, but that are backhanded compliments. Or he just flat out says, "You're not good enough." But I haven't heard him say, and again, I'm not a Packer fan, so I'm sure he has at some point in the last 5 weeks when they're on by way a 5-game losing streak. I'm sure he's said this, but I haven't heard him just come out and say, "I'm not good. I haven't been good." I've heard him say things like, "Yeah, obviously we need to be better." I don't think I've even heard him say, "I have to be better." Maybe he follows up the "we" with the "I," but in this one, he wasn't even close to any of that. So let me share this quote with you guys. Hopefully you're still watching this. And Aaron Rodgers, let's just see what Aaron Rodgers has to say. Aaron Rodgers, "We can't lose a game like that against that team." What do you mean that team, Aaron Rodgers? Your team was 3-5, right? Like you guys weren't that good. I just want to make sure it's out there, right? You're 3-6. We're 2-6. We beat you. You played awful. And if you go down here, you get to say a lot more to it. Aaron Rodgers, "I think there's a lot to it," Rodgers told reporters, "but it really just comes down to execution. The play comes in, we've got to execute." See, he says a lot of "we have to execute." "There's a lot of things that go into that. We had a couple of chances for sure. We can't lose a game like that against that team. No. So that's going to hurt for a while." Yeah, because it just must be so rough losing to the Detroit Lions. And I get it, it is, but he's actually gotten pretty decent at it. We've gotten a victory against the Packers each of the last 3 or 4 years. I think the other thing, when he talks about the plays come in, we have to execute. Hey, Aaron, be a good teammate. Maybe admit that you screwed up. You had 2 red zone interceptions. You had 2 red zone interceptions and a third interception. I'll admit that third interception wasn't necessarily your fault. I get it. I think Kirby Joseph made a great play. But let's talk about the interceptions that were your fault in the red zone. First off, the announcers let him get away with one on the national broadcast. He threw it into what I want to say was Derek Barnes. Don't quote me on that. It could have been Alex Anzalone. It could have been somebody. He threw it into a defender's helmet that was 8 yards away from him. That's not bad luck. The announcer's like, "Oh, you got some bad luck on that." It hit him in the dome, y'all. Like it hit him in the dome, flew up in the air, and Kirby Joseph got an interception. He didn't get an interception. It wasn't a bad luck situation. Many tip balls end in interceptions. Tip drill. They have a drill for it called the tip drill because they know and teams know when the ball's in the air, all of a sudden the defense has the advantage because the offense's eyes are that way. The defense is looking at the play happen. They see the ball go up. They can react. You can't say it's bad luck when you hit a defender who wasn't even defending the pass. He was just looking around, kind of half rushing, kind of not, more spying. I don't know what the heck he was doing, but I know he didn't even see himself get hit in the head. He just felt getting hit in the head. So that's interception number 1. Interception number 2, play call. David Bakhtiari, the left tackle, is going to report eligible. He goes out in the flat. There is nobody, and maybe I need to rewatch the tape, but there's nobody within 4 or 5 yards of him. And Aaron Rodgers just throws a moonball, just lobs it up like I would throw a ball to my 4-year-old son. And Hutchinson's like, "Oh, look it, there's a ball right there. Oh, Bakhtiari's back there, but I'm just going to go ahead and grab it." A defensive end reacted on that because your ball was thrown so light and so underthrown. I don't think Bakhtiari could have adjusted to catch that. And he was wide open. I understand there was a pass rush against him. I understand that. But for Aaron Rodgers to come out and say, we can't lose that game to that team. To say the plays came in, we didn't execute the plays. You didn't execute the plays. Aaron, this loss is on you, 100%. Your defense held the Detroit Lions to 15 points, even though you threw 3 interceptions. Your defense held the team to 3 points. You can't even just make general statements like we. It's your offense stunk. The offense was terrible. And the worst player on that offense was you. You were bad. Dude, you were bad. Aaron Jones ran fine. AJ Dillon ran fine. Like the receivers actually got open a couple of times. Like, this is on you, Aaron. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, but turnovers kill a team. And the turnovers that you had, the 3 interceptions, destroyed your team. So don't come out here all arrogant, all pompous, and say, oh, I can't believe we lost that game to that team. Get out of here. You lost the game, dude. Just own it. Just own it. That's all we're saying. Go to the media and be like, that's on me. I had 3 picks. I had 2 picks in the red zone. Never done that before in my career. That's on me. We're 3-6 instead of 4-5 because I didn't play well enough. Let's try that next time. And until then, I'll continue to dislike you, partially because you play for the Packers. But I did like Brett Favre. Partially because you play for the Packers, but mostly just because it's really hard for me to like Aaron Rodgers and everything that he's done. I don't like the guy. So Packers fans that are listening to this, that's fine. Clint, we had him on here just a few days ago. Some of you saw it with the Behind Enemy Lines. He loves Aaron Rodgers, hates him. I know. What do you mean he loves him and hates him? He loves Aaron Rodgers, the football player. Can't stand Aaron Rodgers. It's hard. And I know it's hard for a lot of Packer fans to figure out, what do we do here? Because you have Rodgers, you have LaFleur, you got these guys, and it's like they're doing a good job of acting like they like each other. They're doing all this kind of stuff. But man, it is starting to look like a dumpster fire in Green Bay. It was really nice to see them come into Detroit and see the unity that Detroit has, even if we're not as talented, even if we have a worse quarterback, even if we're banged up, and man, did they get banged up too. But it was nice to see our team gel and stay together. It was nice to see our defense make plays. It was nice to see for once Aaron Rodgers not have a game-winning touchdown drive, even though the opportunity was there. The defense stiffened up, and they got the job done. That's what happened. The defense played well, Aaron Rodgers. We played well. And so for you to say it's tough to lose that game to that team, our defense outplayed you, bro. That's all I got to say. See you on the next one. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know if you disagree with me in the comment. But I thought we got the better of Aaron Rodgers today, and I'm sticking to it. Let's go. Go Lions.